signal stitch. I am so glad you asked this question, because this is something that I've been thinking about so much, and I wasn't sure like what thread to pull on it first, where to start talking about it. So I will start by addressing this question. So what about Palestine or genocide in general? Isn't owning our responsibility to the collective kind of an essential step? So first of all, it is each of our responsibility to master and to take responsibility for our portion of the distortion. So self-mastery comes first. And as we develop self-mastery, of course, we're all interconnected. And of course, we are projecting out from our inner reality. We're projecting our hologram out, right? And then there's the 100th monkey effect. So the more of us that do healing, the more of us that heal our childhood trauma, that learn how to anchor into inner peace and cultivate contentment, cultivate inner stability, anchoring into our own inner state of peace, the more that that state of being becomes available in the collective field, because we are creating the pathways of consciousness. It's becoming easier and easier and more accessible. Now, the main thing that I've been reflecting on with what is going on, particularly in Palestine, is that humans from so many different cultures and countries and religions are running martyr programs. So let's talk about the martyr program. So the fact that Jesus rose from the dead, walked on water, raised other people from the dead, multiplied the loaves and fishes, all these amazing things. And then the fact that the way that the institution of the church took his story and emphasized the blood and gore. If you go into any Catholic church, they have the Stations of the Cross, which is the Passion of Christ, which passion means suffering. The etymology of passion means suffering. So they emphasize this like blood and gore and martyr stuff. And I documented this when I was doing a tour of the pyramids and churches in Mexico around Easter time. So if you scroll down a little, you'll see some of how I was documenting the emphasis on the martyr aspect of Jesus. So Jesus is emphasizing the martyr aspect of Jesus is keeping people who buy into that institutionalized version of the story, is keeping them locked in a state where they don't want to reach their mastery because it leads to getting killed, crucified, burned at the stake. Okay, so in Mexico, where I live part of the time, they did a lot of human sacrifice. Where I live, it's the Zapotecs, but there's also the Aztecs in Mexico City, and the Aztecs colonized the Zapotecs, so there's some crossover there. But both of those tribes, the Aztecs and the Zapotecs, had this ball game that they would play where they would sacrifice the winner again. So it's the similarity is that Christ mastered the human experience, mastered reality, and then the emphasis gets placed on his martyrdom. So this causes in the human psyche, in the mythology of the human psyche, this causes us to not want to aspire to mastery because of the threat of getting crucified. Okay, so similarly in the Aztec and the Zapotec tradition, they would kill the best players. They would kill the winners. So you play this ball game and the winner gets sacrificed. Okay, now I invite you to investigate what are the beliefs in Palestine about martyrs. Okay, you might know, it's kind of common knowledge, but I invite you to just go look into it again. Go research what are the Palestinian beliefs about martyrdom. Okay, and then think about this as a mythology, how this plays into the psyche of the general public. Okay, and how this would want to cause people to aspire. Like, who are the heroes? What are the heroes doing? So what is the role of the martyr in the collective psyche of the Palestinian people? And how does that play in to what's going on? So have you ever had a friend who's like an alcoholic or an addict and like you want to help them? Or you have a friend who like, says that they want a girlfriend, but then they take a girl out on a date and they like eat her leftovers or whatever. There was this video on TikTok. This guy said he got called out on that tea app because he was taking girls out on dates and then he was like eating all their leftovers and they called him out. Anyways, it's like taking a girl on a date and then like swooping up her food at the end of the meal. I'm just saying, you have a friend that you want to help and like you do everything, like you see the pathway, you're like, oh, like if they would just go to AA, or if they would just like stop being weird on dates, they could stop drinking or they could get a girlfriend. But it's up to them to do it. So the best thing that we can do is master ourselves, and then to embody peace, embody deep inner peace. And yeah, speak your truth. And everyone has a different role in this. Like, the thing is that by the time people are like out in the street doing protests or having an actual change in leadership, that external manifestation comes from the internal work that has been done, because things are caused in the causal plane. The causal plane is our imagination, it's our prayer, it's our dreams, it's our focus, it's our attention, it's our intention. So mastering yourself, mastering your inner reality, removing any martyr programs in you, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So we all have to save ourselves. Like we can be reflections for each other. We can remind each other. We can encourage each other. We reflect to each other. Because what I see on TikTok, this is when I had an aha moment. There was like a many different dots that I put together. But the thing that really pushed me over the edge with the aha moment was there's all these videos on TikTok of kids with fake tears. They like literally splash water on their face. Like the first one I saw, I was like, this could be fake, could be real. It looks a little fake because the tears were like on both sides of the eye. Like it was like a sloppy fake tear job. Like it wasn't just like a tear. It was like they literally just like splash their face with water. And then they do this like cry, oh, please help me. Oh. And then all these Americans commenting like Dubai chocolate, Katy Perry, like, summer style. I don't know what they're commenting, trendy words. And basically what I see is like, then I saw another one and another one. And I was like, these are fake tears. These kids literally, they were different ones. It was like a style of video where you splash water on your face and then you fake cry. And like, have you ever acted in a show when you're embodying the character, like from the depth of your soul, or you're singing a song and you're just singing it with like everything you have? So these kids are like embodying the victim. They're just like, with their fake tears, they're like fully getting into it. It's like, those people at the supermarket that beg and then they're there with their kids, and then like you want to take them and just give them a job and like all new clothes and stuff, but they don't really want that. They just want to like whine and like stay there with the sign and like keep begging. So there's something that's being rewarded about victimhood, and a part of the human curiosity that's still wanting to watch that, engage in that, invest in that, be curious about that, experience that, bring our focus our attention on that. Because as Carolyn Elliott says in her shadow workbook, Existential Kink, the creation God is very kinky and enjoys all different kinds of weird things. And that's us. We are God. We are the mind of God. this video is ending. So thanks for the question.